Good morning, children. I am very glad to meet you all through this video lesson. This earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed, said by Mahatma Gandhi. இந்த பூமி ஒவ்வொரு மனுஷனுடைய தேவையை பூர்த்தி செய்கிற அளவுக்கு அனைத்தையும் வழங்கும். ஆனால் ஒவ்வொரு மனிதனுடைய பேராசையை பூர்த்தி செய்யும் விதமாக அனைத்தையும் வழங்காது. Children, I am going to share a small story. Once a dog was very hungry. He went to butcher's shop. There he found some meat. Immediately he stole the meat, and the dog ran towards a safer place to eat the meat. See, on its way, the dog found a stream. He began to cross the bridge. So while crossing the bridge, in the middle, the dog saw its own face, just saw the stream. See, below the bridge, the stream was going on. There, the dog found its own face on the water as reflection. So without knowing its own face as a reflection on the flowing water, immediately the dog became greedy. He further wanted to get the piece of meat which it found on the water. So immediately this dog started to bark. See, as soon as the dog started to bark, the meat fell down into the water. So this dog became very angrier. It immediately fell into the stream and fought for the dog without knowing that its own reflection. So ultimately, what happened to children? The dog himself has lost its own meat, and finally again it became hungry. So from this story, what we can learn, children, is greed. So greed is a curse. Here, due to greediness of the dog himself has lost its own meat. So children, we should not be greedy for others' things. Greed. இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற பிரச்சனையே என்னன்னா, நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஆசையை விட பேராசை தான் ஜாஸ்தி ஆயிடுச்சு. அதனால தான் நமக்கு நாமளே பல கஷ்டங்களை வரவழைச்சுக்கிறோம். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போகிற லெசனும் இந்த பேராசையை பற்றி தான். அந்த பேராசை கிரீட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லுவோம் இங்கிலீஷில், தமிழில் பேராசைன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அந்த பேராசையினால ஒருத்தனுடைய லைஃப்பில் என்ன பிரச்சனை வருதுங்கிறத பார்க்க போகிறோம். இப்போ கதைக்குள்ள போகலாமா? The lesson we are going to see now is from 8th standard, term 3, unit 1, prose, The Nose Jewel, written by the author Rajagopalachari. So before getting into the topic, children, let us learn and see something about the author C. Rajagopalachari. His full name is Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. He is none other than Rajaji. He is informally called as Rajaji. He was born and lived between the year 1878 and 1972. He was a famous Indian politician and independence activist, moreover a lawyer and also a writer. வேற யாரும் இல்லை, நம்ம ராஜாஜின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பார்த்துருப்போம் இல்லையா, அவர் தான். அவருடைய ஆக்சுவல் நேம் என்னன்னா சக்கரவர்த்தி ராஜகோபாலாச்சாரி. அவர் தான் இந்த லெசனை எழுதினதும் கூட. He was born in a village, Tharapalli, in Krishnagiri district. He was the last Governor General of Republic India in 1950. He was the first Indian-born Governor General. Before him, the posts were held by British nationals. He served as a leader of Indian National Congress and Governor of West Bengal, and also he served as Chief Minister of Madras State. So before independence, he was the first recipient of India's highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna. So children, நம்ம ராஜாஜி ஐயா தான் என்னன்னா முதல் இந்தியன் பிஃபோர் இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸ்லேயே பாரத ரத்னா விருது வாங்கினார். அவர் எழுதின லெசனுக்குள்ள தான் போகிறோம். See, the main characters of this lesson is one Mr. Ramaya and his family. The entire lesson revolves around Ramaya and his wife. See, Ramaya was a simple man living in a small town. He lived with his wife in a nice house made of tiled roof. You know what tiled roof means? A roof made up of full of tiled house. In Tamil to say, நம்ம ஓட்டு வீடுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அதான் tiled roof. He was not rich, but he could take care of his family. Two sparrows built a nest in a nice pot in the roof of Ramaya's house, and the mother bird laid her eggs in it. "My dear," began the male sparrow. "And what do you want now?" asked the wife. "Why does the lady of this house always quarrel with the husband?" asked the male sparrow. "How am I to know?" said the female bird. "Let's mind our own business." "You are always self-centered," said the male sparrow, and added, "Should we not help this poor Ramaya?" See, அதுக்கு அந்த ஆண் ஸ்பெரோ, ஆண் சிட்டுக்குருவி இருந்துச்சு. பெண் சிட்டுக்குருவிட்ட என்ன சொல்லுச்சு அப்படின்னா, நீ எப்பவுமே ரொம்ப செல்ஃப் சென்டர்டு மீன்ஸ் நத்திங் பட் எ பர்சன் who is always thinking about himself or herself. உன்னை பற்றி மட்டுமே யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்க. You don't look at Mr. Ramaya who is living in this house அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரிப்ளை சொல்லிச்சு. So the female sparrow said with disdain. Disdain means telling in anger, replying in anger. கோபத்தில் நம்ம ரிப்ளை பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி இந்த ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோ என்ன பண்ணுச்சு, இந்த மேல் ஸ்பெரோட்ட ரிப்ளை பண்ணுச்சு. "Let me see what help you can do for him." பார்க்கலாம் என்ன ஹெல்ப் நீங்கள் அவருக்கு பண்ண முடியுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பார்க்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இந்த ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோ மேல் ஸ்பெரோட்ட சொல்லிச்சோம். "Please do not talk about what does not concern us. See that cat does not come near our nest. That would be enough for us, for you and me." ஃபஸ்ட்டு நமக்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்லாத எதையும் மூக்க நுழைக்கக்கூடாது. ஃபஸ்ட்டு நம்மளுடைய சிட்டுக்குருவி, நம்மளுடைய குழந்தைகளை கேட் வந்து எடுத்துகிட்டு போகாமல் பார்த்துக்கோ. தட் இஸ் என்ன, தட் இஸ் அவர் டியூட்டி அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோ மேல் ஸ்பெரோட்ட எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிச்சு. "Somewhere in the muck heap lay a diamond-nosed jewel." Children, you know what the meaning of the word muck heap? It is a heap of rubbish. ஸோ நம்ம யூஸ்வலாக குப்பை போடுவோம் இல்லையா, அந்த குப்பை எல்லாமே மண்ணோட சேர்ந்து அப்படியே ஒரு குவியலாக இருக்கும் இல்லையா, தட்ஸ் கால்ட் மக் ஹீப். அந்த ஸ்பெரோ என்ன பண்ணுச்சு, இட் ஃபவுண்ட் எ டைமண்ட் நோஸ் ஜுவல். அந்த குப்பையில் இருந்த அந்த நோஸ் ஜுவல், அது இது வைர முகுத்தியை பார்த்துச்சு. The male bird picked it up and come to the nest with a shining stud in his beak and said to his wife, "Look, do you like this?" மேல் ஸ்பெரோ என்ன பண்ணுச்சு, தன்னுடைய அந்த பீக் மீன்ஸ் நத்திங் பட் இட்ஸ் அ பார்ட் ஆஃப் த பேர்ட், அழகுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அதில் அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கிட்டு தன்னுடைய நெஸ்ட்டுக்கு வந்து நான் ஒய்ஃபு கிட்ட மேல் ஸ்பெரோ சொல்லு, "Look, do you like this?" உனக்கு வேணுமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு மேல் ஸ்பெரோ ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோட்ட கேட்டுச்சு. அதுக்கு the wife bird replied, the birdனுடைய wife, அந்த ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோ ரிப்ளை பண்ணுது, "What am I to do with diamond nose studs or with earrings? What am I do?" நான் இந்த ஸ்டட்ஸு நோ ஸ்டட்ஸு அந்த இயர்ரிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சுட்டு என்ன பண்ண அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஃபீமேல் ஸ்பெரோ ரிப்ளை பண்ணுது. "Find some grub. The young ones are hungry." ஃபஸ்ட்டு போய் grub means nothing but the food needed for its young children. நம்ம குழந்தைகளுக்கு போய் ஃபுட் எடுத்துட்டு வா, எல்லாமே பசியோட இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு the female sparrow replied to the male sparrow. The bird dropped the diamond stud on the floor and went out in search for little worms for the young ones. உடனே என்ன பண்ணிச்சு, ஆண் ஸ்பெரோ, அந்த ஆண் சிட்டுக்குருவி, so dropped, it's a verb, dropping, so கீழே போட்டுச்சான். So that the diamond nose stud fell into the ground. Ramaya's wife noticed the jewel as she was sweeping the floor. She picked it up with delight and wore it. So what happened actually? Ramaya's wife was sweeping at the time. She found the no jewel. Immediately she picked up and wore it on her nose. Ramaya questioned her angrily. How did you get hold of this diamond stud? Ramaya, what a question கேட்டார். How did you get hold of this diamond stud? Where did you get it? எப்படி உனக்கு கிடைச்சது? எங்கிருந்து கிடைச்சது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வழக்கமா கோவத்துல கேட்போம் இல்லையா அந்த மாதிரி. See, Ramaya கேட்டாப்படி. I found it lying here yesterday and took it. Just I found it here when I was sweeping, so that I picked it up and held it with me. That's all. அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ராமையாவுடைய wife ராமையா கிட்ட ரிப்ளை பண்ணாங்க. See, we should go and deliver it to the village magistrate. See, immediately Ramaya replied, telling that we should not hold that diamond jewel with us. We have to hand it over to our village magistrate. That is our duty. If tomorrow the police should come and search our house, in case the police வந்து நாளைக்கு நம்ம வீட்டை தேடினா, what to do? How to manage? Ramaya asked his wife like this. It will be a disgrace to us. Disgrace means it is a dishonor. நமக்கு ஒரு அவமானம் சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா குழந்தைகளா, that is the meaning of the word disgrace. நமக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு மாதிரி அவமானமா போயிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு Ramaya replied to Ramaya's wife. In Meenakshi Ammal's house nearby. See, nearby a lady called Meenakshi Ammal who is residing in Ramaya's house. The talk went on like this. See, I forgot and left in the bathroom. Kuppayi, the servant woman, must have swept it out. She is very careless and ignorant. பக்கத்து வீட்டில் மீனாட்சி அம்மா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. அவங்க வீட்டில் அப்படி டயலாக் நடந்துட்டு என்னுடைய டைமண்ட் மூக்குத்தியை நான் கழட்டி வச்சேன். நம்ம வீட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய வேலைக்காரி குப்பாயி கொஞ்சம் கேர்லெஸ்ஸாக அதை ஒரு வேலை எங்கேயாவது கூட்டுறப்ப அப்படி குப்பையோட குப்பையாக கூட்டியிருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடந்துட்டு இருந்துச்சு. The mother, Meenakshi Ammal's mother, consoled her little girl saying, let us search and find it. See, the mother of Meenakshi Ammal consoled her little girl. Meenakshi's little girl, console, கொஞ்சம் ஆறுதல் படுத்தாங்க. So to comfort somebody is called console. Let us search and find it. Okay, நம்ம தேடி எடுத்துப்போம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஆறுதல் படுத்துறாங்க மீனாட்சியினுடைய அம்மா அந்த சின்ன பொண்ணு. Don't tell father it. அப்பா கிட்ட சொல்லாரு. He would go into rage if he knew that you had lost the diamond stud. See, what is the secret you are whispering? Asked Ramanathan. Immediately hearing the dialogues happening among all these people, one Mr. Ramanathan immediately came out with a question. What is the secret you are whispering? என்ன எல்லாம் குசுகுசுன்னு ஏதோ பேசிட்டு இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ராமநாதன் கேட்கிறாரு. The loss of jewel had to be admitted. So anyhow, it is our duty to tell the father, that is the head of the family, that we have done certain things and we have lost certain things. Soon the whole village knew about it. அப்படியே village full இந்த nose jewel, அதாவது இந்த வைரமுக்குத்தி தொடர்ந்த விஷயம் அப்படியே spread out. The maid servant Kuppayi was suspected by everyone to have stolen it. So immediately everybody started doubting about one Mrs. Kuppayi who is working as a maid servant in that house. The police came and searched her hut but could not find anything. Ramaya's heart was in a flutter. உடனே ராமையா பக்கத்து வீட்டில் தான் ராமையா who was living, his heart was started to fluttering. Fluttering means nothing but in Tamil to say அப்படி படபடக்குன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, இன்கேஸ் நம்ம ஏதாவது தெரியாமல் எடுத்து வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்ம டீச்சரோ யாராவது கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டாங்கன்னு அப்படி படபடக்கணும்ல அந்த மாதிரி Ramaya's heart began to flutter. See, Ramaya's wife put that stud away in the box. She soon developed a severe fever and was confined to her bed. Ramaya's wife was suffering from fever. only because of the fear that she could have been found out by the police. So out of fear, she became ill and confined to her bed. She almost became serious. No one thought of searching their house. So யாருமே வந்து என்னன்னா ராமியாவுடைய வீடை பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நினைச்சு கூட பார்க்கல, தேடி பார்க்கணும்னு நினைச்சு கூட பார்க்கல. The he sparrow said, immediately the he sparrow said, look at the fun, my dear. The lady of this house is scared and is down with fever. See, the immediately male sparrow said to the female sparrow, see, dear, the woman in this house has become scared. She is highly afraid of her activity, so that she got ill entirely. Nice fun indeed, said the she sparrow. Immediately, the female sparrow replied, telling that nice fun indeed. The poor woman is in panic. The fever may be the end of her. And a good thing too, said the cruel male sparrow. Immediately, the male sparrow replied that good thing also has happened in this act. It's all you were doing. You brought and through the noseval, it is all you are doing. You brought the noseval and threw the noseval here and tempted her, said the female bird. The male bird immediately answered gravely. You know, children, what gravely means? Gravely is nothing but being serious. The male bird became serious and replied, did I tell her to steal the thing? நான் தான் வந்து அந்த லேடியை அந்த நோஸ்வல்ல எடுக்க சொன்னா, திருட சொன்னா. Immediately the male bird answered, this is bound to happen when humans are being greedy. See, the lesson you have to learn from this lesson is, the moral you have to learn from this lesson is, we should not be greedy. Rightly said, we should never be greedy for what belongs to others. Come, let's go now and bring some worms for our young ones. And immediately both sparrows flew away. Ramaya and his wife spent the rest of their life in fear of being caught. See the thing that is happening in Ramaya's life, children. See, due to their greediness, they totally became serious, and the rest of their life they have to lead only in fear, which we should not do. The diamond noseval may still be with them, but the fear of getting caught was even more. Look, children, see, only their greediness have put them in trouble. That's all. So the moral of the story is, we should not lead our life greedily. See, we can be committed. We can be committed towards our goal. At the same time, we should not develop any more greediness looking at others. So this is the moral of the story. And now, children, let us learn the new words that we have come across so far, one by one. See, the first word that we came across in this story, new word, is self-centered. See here, who is self-centered? See, the female sparrow said the male sparrow was self-centered. You know what self-centered means? See, being totally selfish or always thinking about oneself is called self-centered. It is an adjective. Next word is disdain. Disdaining means nothing but to become contempt, to become anger. Reply something in anger is called disdain. So the female sparrow replied in disdain to the male sparrow. Next word is muck heap. See, muck heap is nothing but it is a heap of rubbish that we throw away every day from our house. A pile of rubbish is called muck heap. So the male sparrow found the noseworm in the muck heap and picked it up. The next word is grub. Grub means nothing but it's a food. The female sparrow asked the male sparrow to find some grub for the young ones. Next, magistrate. So magistrate is a person, a judicial officer with limited authority to administer an area. Ramaya wanted to meet magistrate and hand over the nose took by Ramaya's wife. Disgrace. Disgrace means the state of being dishonored. நம்ம தமிழ்ல அவமானம் சொல்லிட்டு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? See, that is called disgrace in English. See, Ramaya felt his wife's act as a disgrace as per the story. Ignorant. Ignorant is nothing but being unaware of something. To be careless to some extent. Here, in neighbor house, the female maid servant, Kupai, was ignorant of the nosewell. She swept the nosewell away from the house. Consoled. So, consoled, it's a verb. It has conjugation. Console, consoled, consoled, consoling. It's a verb. See, console is nothing but to comfort somebody. See, if any of your friend is in distress, if any of your friend is disappointed, it is your duty as a friend to console her. It is your duty to comfort her. That is what the meaning of console. Next. Suspected. See, suspected, it's also a verb, children. It has got its own conjugation. See, suspect, suspected, suspected, suspecting. This is the conjugation of this verb, suspect. Suspect is to doubt somebody else. See, we usually say in Tamil also the English word doubt. That is what the meaning of the verb suspect. See, in this story, the entire village suspected the maid servant. Next, flutter. It's also a verb, flutter. Its conjugation is flutter, fluttered, fluttered, fluttering. Flutter is nothing but to flap or wave quickly, irregularly. See, the birds flutter with its wings. That is what the meaning of the verb flutter here. See, here in Ramaya's case, he became totally afraid. He became serious. His heart became fluttered. Panic. Panic means it's an adjective to become serious. See, as soon as hearing the news, the entire family became panic. Next word is cruel. It's also an adjective. See, cruel means merciless or heartless. It is cruel to kill a small sparrow. Next word is gravely. It's an adverb. Grave means to become serious. See, on hearing Ramaya's wife's act, Ramaya became serious. He gravely replied his wife. Yes, children, now we are going to see synonyms and antonyms from this lesson. Let's go for synonym first. The first word is nice fun indeed. Here, in this sentence, the synonym for the word is indeed. The choices are A, in fact, B, doubtedly, and C, fine. The correct answer is in fact. So, the synonym for the word indeed is in fact. Number 2, the poor woman is in a panic. Here, the word is panic. The options are A, fear, B, grit, C, crash. The correct synonym of the word panic is fear. Panic means fear. Number 3, the mother consoled her little girl. The word is consoled. The options are A, pretended, B, comforted. C. Left. The correct synonym of the word consoled is comforted. So, consoled, comforted. Number 4. You are always self-centered. The word is self-centered. Options are A. Egoistic, B. Generous, and C. Heroic. The correct synonym of the word self-centered is. Next, what is the secret you are whispering? The word is whispering. The choices are A. Rumor, B. Murmur, and C. Louder. The right synonym is murmur. So, whispering means murmur. Next, let us see antonyms. The first antonym, the first word is delight. You know what delight means? Delight means nothing but happiness. But here we have to say its opposite, that is antonym. So delight, the antonym of the word delight is unhappiness. Next, disgrace. Disgrace means dishonor. That is the meaning. But opposite, that is antonym is honor. Disgrace, antonym is honor. Next, careless. The antonym is careful. Careless, careful. Next word is secret. The antonym is well known. Secret, well known. Next word is confined. Confined means to put somebody in a closed area. The opposite, the antonym is open. Confined, the antonym is open. Children, so far we saw the lesson, the notional. So from this lesson, what moral did we learn? The moral that we learned in this lesson was greed. So we should not be greedy for others' things. This is the moral so far. From Ramaya's life, we learned. And that's all, children. And thank you all for meeting you through this video.